Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys. So wonderful day off yesterday. It was much needed. I slept in a little bit. Got a lot of running around and stuff done. Things are, they kind of weigh on your mind if you don't. Well, for me, anyways. If I don't get them done and get them out of the way. So I got all that stuff done. And then, in true day off fashion, I spent the rest of the day on the computer working on systems, going back over some of the older ones, recreating some. Some of you guys have had some awesome system ideas. Some work out and some don't, but that is okay. That is the point of building systems and testing them and making sure, you're not over filtering. I'm pretty good at this point in my career of identifying over filtering. That is not normally an issue. But keep sending them, guys. If you have ideas for systems, and look, I won't always be able to get to them, that second and do it, but I will get to them and we can test these systems out. So, if you guys have ideas, we can test them out. Again, when I talk about over filtering, guys, it's important if you guys are building systems, things like that. Over filtering is, it's dangerous. It's dangerous when building systems because you can over filter to a result, meaning if I wanted to build the perfect system, so to speak, okay, I could create a system with enough filters that I could probably get a result around, 500 wins and no losses. I'm sure I could. I could filter enough that I could get the perfect result that I wanted. Maybe not 500, maybe, 403 or something. But my point is that I can filter down to, something that you blatantly know is not a good long-term winning system. You're just over filtering, right? I mean, you would say this team and it has to be with this coach and it has to be this exact temperature, things that do not correlate into a winning system. So it's important if you're building your own systems, absolutely build your own systems, back test them, look for that consistency, okay? That big volume with a steady increase over time is nicer than, that. That's not ideal, especially, if you're talking about 100 games or something like that. So anyways, the point of today's video was not really to talk about building systems, but it is important, guys, if you are building your system, because I know more and more you are getting, different softwares or Sports Insight, etc., and you're going to be building your own systems and testing them out. Great. I encourage that. Absolutely. I think it's fantastic. Okay. You just don't probably want to blindly bet the systems. You want to use that as part of your overall capping. But it's be careful not to over filter to get a result that you're looking for. Okay. So we'll leave that at that. Couple other things quickly, guys. So I'm going to do a quick recap of yesterday. I do want to mention, look, I posted a couple of posted a few pictures, my kind of Vegas review, like my favorite hotel and my favorite room in Vegas, my favorite meal, my favorite place to play poker, etc. And, I got a great response from that. And one of the things actually that got overwhelming response, a lot of people asking about, I didn't know you played poker, or, how long you played poker for. I did. I played poker quite a bit. I will talk about that on a different video. I was actually thinking about doing, potentially doing just a live stream for that, Q&A for anyone who's interested in poker, wants to chat about poker. I pretty much stopped playing poker. I would say it's got to be about 5 or 6 years now. I ultimately got to the point in my sports betting career where decision had to be made. I mean, I was doing a bit of a balancing act for a little while, and the decision had to be made to go one way or the other because, I guess the expression you can't get halfway pregnant, it was kind of the same thing, really, guys, because the reality is today's game of poker, you need to be involved in poker. That needs to be your life. You need to eat, sleep, and breathe. When I first started playing poker, guys, now this is just after Rounders comes out. This is prior to the first televised World Series with Chris Moneymaker. So poker was not the game it is today. As a matter of fact, when I first started playing poker, I started playing poker at a casino north of Toronto in Canada called Casino Rama. They had one poker table and all they had was limit. I was 16 years old and I had a shitty fake ID that worked because the native police up there who took your card really didn't care at all who was gambling. But eventually, it was the only time in my life I've ever been cuffed and put in the back of a police cruiser. It was their own reserve police. Because I got caught with my fake ID. I got trespassed for 6 months there. But anyways, Yeah. Only time ever in the back of a cop car, believe it or not, that I've been caught for. But anyway, so I play poker with fake ID. I lost a shit ton of money when I was young, like a shit ton. So, well, I mean, it was a lot to me. We're talking thousands of dollars when you're, 16, 17 years old. I'm not afraid to say, like, part of that was to be my college fund, but I had already decided at 16 that college or university wasn't going to be my thing. I wasn't doing that. I was going to go in the world, stake my claim. So, I looked at it, my mom looked at it as, you're losing your college fund. I looked at it as, no, I'm buying my own education and what I want, right? And I did. And it couldn't have been better timing, because the reality is, I loved the game. I loved everything about it. I used to play for days straight. I could not get enough poker. Eat, sleep, and breathe poker. I read books. I order, because, I mean, this is not like, you just jump online and order a bunch of stuff from Amazon back then. I mean, Amazon didn't exist. If they did, I think they were selling books. I went through like great lengths to get Mike Cairo's Book of Tells on film. So I got to watch Mike Cairo's Book of Tells on film. I must have watched that 100 times, and it was so cool. And now you look at it, it's so antiquated. No one uses those tells anymore, but a lot of the basic tells. And look, the bottom line with poker is, I got into it at the absolute right time. There couldn't have been a better time, because, I kept losing money consistently, then I would lose less, then I'd win a little here, lose a little. But I'll tell you, when the World Series of Poker was televised and Chris Moneymaker went out and your average everyday Joe won the World Series of Poker, we went from 1 to 2 tables at Casino Rama to 4 to 8 to 12 to 16. Full 24/7, and it was a fucking cash register, guys. Any single day. My only regret from that time is we've talked about earlier, Ryan, is bankroll management not great. I never had an issue in bankroll management in poker, because I'll be honest, guys, if you played during that era, you know what I'm talking about. It was near impossible to lose. If you knew what you were doing, it was almost impossible to lose. You could get unlucky so many times and still have a winning night. The game was so bad. So my regret was that I was young, foolish, and I blew a lot of money on stupid stuff. I bought $600 pairs of jeans. I go to clubs with my friends. They're all in university at this point, or at the time that Moneymaker, does his big thing and promotes poker, right? They're all in university or their first year in their job. They had no money. I would go to the bars, go to the clubs, and $3,000, $4,000 in bottle service. Stupid. I should have held on to that. So, but the game today, guys, and this is a long story, I apologize. The game today is so much different. It is so much different. You have the solvers, you got quants involved in the game, guys. You have, this is now become a game where, back in the day, I love studying poker, but the extra studying I did, not required reading. Today, you have to know everything. You have to know your numbers back to front, and you better be good at calculating on the spot, guys. Because again, it used to be, look, you sit down at a table, and how many people at that table could really play? 1, 2, 3. Now you sit down, most people can play. There might still be 1 or 2 that can't play. Watch the table, go around 30 minutes, figure out who they are and isolate them. But outside of that, guys, it's a tough game. And ultimately, to make this, what should have been a short story, really long, but to make it short again, I decided that, 2 things. One, I love sports betting more. I love, the math and everything behind it more. And I just kind of fallen out of love with poker. And my decision kind of to make the split, I play every once in a while for fun. But I'm no longer competitive. I'm sure against today's players, I would get my ass handed to me. I do have a couple tournament wins in Vegas. I have a couple second place. I finished 6th in the Binion's poker class or poker open, whatever they call it. I don't know. I got the little thing upstairs. But so I enjoy it. But I would never go back to it, nor could I go back to it, because there's too much work to get back into it. But anyway, so I don't know. Most of you guys are probably like, I don't care about your poker. I'm here for sports betting. I think I'm gonna do. I like talking about poker still. So I think I'm gonna do a live stream. If you guys are interested, I'll do a live stream, and we'll chit chat about poker, and I'll talk about my kind of reverse looking, my reverse strategies, and I think that's kind of what made me successful in poker, is I looked at it very, very differently, and I still think to this day, you kind of have to look at it the way I look at it to be profitable long term, even probably more so now, to be honest. But anyways, let's get into today's picks. Quick recap from 2 days ago. So I'm off yesterday, guys. I went 5-3 a couple days ago, but I'll tell you, so again, guys, 5-3, but I felt miserable at 5-3. I really did, because again, for a while, it looked like this was going to be a 7-1 day. It did. Like, I got that feeling. Okay, like, we got some earlier wins. We lost the first hockey game. It was upsetting again because we outshot them. But now, Vegas came back and Vegas tied it in the hockey game. And I'm like, thank God, because this is another game where if you watch the game, Vegas out shooting them. They're getting better scoring chances. They should be able to pick up the win in this game. And at the end of the day, guys, they got scored on to lose the game with 30 seconds. I feel like it is what it is. I mean, that was a close game. But I mean, the real letdown after that, we still got a great day going on. And we had Phoenix, guys. Phoenix against Brooklyn. We had Phoenix. Look, they're up 24 points. 24 points in the third quarter. And, we know Brooklyn's missing some key guys. Very key guys. And yeah, it just, it kind of happened in slow motion. 2 points here and 3 points there and 2 points there. And Phoenix stopped scoring. All of a sudden, Phoenix, us sports bettors, the general public, everyone who hasn't either bet on Brooklyn or loves them, is all like, it's 8 points, it's 6 points, it's 4 points. And then you're like, you're sitting in a basketball game, not much time left to go. You got a 4-point lead. And you're sitting there like, we're going to lose. You can feel it sometimes in basketball. Anyway, so look, it was a disappointing 5-3 day. That's the best way to put it. Disappointing 5-3 day. I got 6 plays for you guys today. I'm going to go 3 plays in free pick. This is what happens when you give me a day off. I'm so full of energy today, I could make 30 videos. I got 3 free picks for you guys, and I have 3 picks in Masterclass as well. If you're interested in Masterclass, guys, benderwins.com, $99 a month. It's $3 a day, and you get my full card every day, plus now 12 different Masterclass educational videos. First play, guys, we are going to college basketball. I'm going to give you guys a first half play. Last time I gave it a first half play, not small schools, not like little baby schools, because I know what I do. I know what a public play would do, or a free pick would do to that line. But I think we're okay here, guys. So let's try it out again. Let's see what happens to this line. SIU, Edwardville, and Austin P, guys. We're going first half under 67. Okay, first half under 67. Next one, guys. College basketball again. San Diego and Santa Clara. San Diego, Santa Clara, over 137.5. Over 137.5. As soon as this line comes out, 136.5, I'm like, what? Okay, thank you. I took it. I had this line at 141. I'm like, this line's coming out at 141. I'm like, even at that, I think I'm taking the over, to be honest, because it's like that was a conservative 141. So right now, 137.5, lock it up. Finally, guys, last play. Toronto and Ottawa. We're going to hockey. No, I'm not taking Toronto minus 300. We are going to take the over in this game, although I do think Toronto's going to win this game. I do. Okay, my hesitation about taking anything Leafs tonight, I think the Leafs are going to put the puck in the net. There's no question. Hogwarts not having back-to-back stellar games. Okay, we're coming off a 2-1 game last time with the Leafs in Ottawa. There's not going to be another 2-1 game. Not to mention that my concern about betting the Leafs is I think Hutchinson might get the nod tonight, potentially. This is a good spot. This is a really good spot. Right now, I just checked on Sports Insight, one other site. They're showing Anderson in net for the Leafs. Probable or possible. But I think Hutchinson probably, I'd say better than 50% chance Hutchinson gets his shot. Where else in this, this run are you going to give him that spot? This is a good spot for him right now. Yeah, I think he gets in. So, that to me means, I don't know, extra half, extra 3/4 of a goal right now. Maybe guy's a little rusty. We know he's a little rusty. How much action has he seen? Hogwarts, guys, prepare to get shelled. over 6.5, minus 105. So let's rock and roll on that. Okay, guys. So Ottawa, Toronto, over 5.5. I will not bet on Ottawa. I just can't do it. And I'm not going to bet the Leafs, minus 280, minus 300, even though I think they're going to win the hockey game because of the fact that I think Hutchinson will probably end up getting this start. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just see this as like a logical spot, and why wouldn't they? So anyways, that is it for us today, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.